Near AI. What did you ship this week?
Hello, everybody. This is episode 19 of Near AI and Near Weeks. What did you ship this week? My name is Cameron Dennis. This is essentially a distributed engineering stand-up where people in the ecosystem share what they've been building. Today is a relatively smaller agenda, should only take about 30 minutes or so, where we have Harsh to talk about his contributions to the Near MCP network and sort of the work that's being done there. Micro from Bitta, talking about Coinbase integrations, XMTP, building a boilerplate for others to launch similar agents. And last but not least, Alex Newman from Human Protocol. Without further ado, we'd love to kick this thing off. Harsh, are you ready to come up? So turn on your camera and I'll add you to stage.
Hello.
Welcome
Hi,
back.
everybody. Yeah. Hi, Cameron. Last time when I came on Near AI live stream, I think it was roughly around a month back, stream 14, I guess, right? So at the time, I presented Bitcoin agent. So it's an AI agent that runs inside Bitte interface that gives you access to basically send transactions on Bitcoin L1 using your Near account. And all of that was possible because Near has something called Near chain signatures, right? Which uses multi-party computation to sign these multi-chain transactions in this decentralized manner. And the current infra that exists on Near, like Bitte, which we use for Bitcoin agent as well, really completes the stack to build and embed this agent. And the best part is that tools that you build for one agent are composable and can be used by other agents to do the same. So why I'm telling you all of this? This is because we are using the same knowledge to expand Near MCP, right? So the beauty of model context protocol is that you can basically leverage all of this tooling and make it compatible with any AI agent that you have. So as I told you, MCP tools are composable, and Beta team also did launch this with all of their agents, where every agent is now compatible with MCP, and you get an MCP link with every agent. And this is what makes it usable, right? So Coinbase also yesterday did this, where there was a direct integration of MCP compliant agents. So MCP is definitely the standard. So the whole point, what I am telling you, is that MCP is definitely the standard that world is adopting for AI agents. Ignore the naysayers, because recently founder of Verser, Guillermo Roche, also did this satirical post quoting Linus Torvalds, right? So he told that Linus did his hobby project, which is Linux, with caption that MCP won't be big and professional, and it will only used by hobbies, right? So we can just go about our day and keep building with MCP. So let me just share what we built, right? So I will just share a couple of things here that we were able to do with Near MCP Server codebase. Thanks to Alex, by the way, he's the Near MCP Server developer, and the server had a lot of tools already related to account and access key management, token operations, and other smart contract interactions. We expanded on this work and we built the chain abstraction tooling. We had the tooling for Bitcoin agent, as I shared last time. I shared the work on Bitcoin agent. So we imported it into Near MCP server and tested it. And here are some of the results. Quick heads up, server is still under development. It is available for developers. So if you are a developer, you can use these tools today to build agents on top. Here I will show you how you can add this in Cloud Desktop, which is one of the famous MCP client right now, which is the biggest. And then you can get access to all of these tools and basically test them. There will be some advanced steps like adding local key pairs to sign on-chain transactions and pay for gas. So we're going to skip them because this is not a dev tutorial. But yeah, you can do it and test if you are interested. So yeah, so we can always perfect things along the way. So here it is. So you start by cloning the Near MCP repository, and you can build the project, and you will be having a disk folder. So this step will basically help you in setting up the server. So if you have a developer, once you build it, you can set this MCP server in your cloud config, right? So you can go to Cloud Desktop, and in Cloud Desktop you will be let me just see if the video is visible. Cameron, can you please confirm if my video is visible or not?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great, because I think it was buffering or something like that. Great. So once you build this, you will be having, yes, so I think there is some issue with this video. Let me quickly see if I can fix this or not. Yeah, I think there's, yeah. So let me see if I can present it. Yep, yeah. Seems like it is working. Yeah.
It works, yes.
And there's some bandwidth issue on my end. Not sure. Yeah, I think.
We can hear and see you fine, so it looks good on our end.
Okay, great. Because yeah, let me yeah, now it's working. Perfect. So yeah, I think it's still buffering. Yeah, it's working now. It's working. So let me just explain this very quickly. So if you are inside Claude, you have a feature where you can basically add MCP server. So you can have a locally running MCP server. You can add this MCP server, and yeah, so here are the steps. You can basically go to settings and add this MCP server. And once you add this server, you will have all the tools, and all the tools will be available inside your Cloud Code client, right? This client. So here are some of the tools. Here are the tools that you have for chain signatures, which is right now for Bitcoin, right? So we will be seeing how you can get access to a Bitcoin wallet from your Cloud desktop and with just having a Near account. So the best part about this is you can ask a chatbot context to show your wallets, right? So here I have a wallet that I imported, and I can ask it anything about my wallet, right? So here I ask it about my Near balance. So it is showing me that I have some Near, and I can basically send a transaction. So in this chat, if you see, I tried sending 0.05 Near, and you don't need to do any, like, if you want to do it, you just tell the agent and it is going to do it for you, right? In this example, as you see, I have imported another of my wallet which had a Bitcoin address, and last time I also used the same wallet to demo my Bitcoin transactions, which we did with Bitcoin agent. So this is the same wallet, and I imported it inside Cloud Code, and you can see that I have used this Bitcoin address multiple times. And by the way, I don't have the key for this wallet. This is a MCP wallet, that this is MPC generated wallet, right? and and this is attached with my Near account. So all of this just happens in a very chain abstracted manner, right? And now you can have all of this through your favorite LLM providers, right? So yeah, so that's what is possible today with these tools and with this agent. You can try this yourself, and we have couple of other chains also coming up on chain abstraction with the Near MCP server. So yeah, so it's a great time.
This is awesome, Harsh. What next?
Yeah, so the next thing that we have is to get this merged with the Near MCP main branch, and then build because what I'm thinking right now is that Near Intents has made it really seamless to trade any asset. So maybe next we can go is to add tools to directly use your Bitcoin or any asset that you have in your Near account or in your Near Intents. Like with the help of Near Intent, you can just directly swap and trade uh, these assets. So think of it like if you have a AI agent based tools that can do it, and Bit it's very much doing all of this. So we think integrating it will be a good step moving forward.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining. Speaking of Bita, we have the CTO here today. But Harsh, thank you for joining. Hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Thank you, Amran.
Yep. Micro, how's it going, man? I can't hear you. It looks like you had an audio issue. Just make sure you enabled sound. You are unmuted. Would you mind if we come back to you and push to Alex until?
Hey, can you hear me now?
There you are. Perfect. Yeah, bada boom, bada bing. There you are.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty hot today. But anyways, I wanted to say, yeah, nice work, Harsh. I'm not sure if we're connected yet, but if not, we should definitely connect. A lot of good stuff from both the Bitcoin agent. I see a lot of nice stuff on MCP, and that's all up my alley. So let's definitely connect if we're not connected yet.
I will make that happen right now. But
Awesome.
for those who might not know you, you're kind of famous in the Near ecosystem. You've been around for quite a while. But for those who are watching for the first time, can you give everyone just a quick introduction of who you are, what Bita is, and then what you shipped this week?
Sure. Yeah, so I'm Luis Micro. I've been around since 2020, I guess, in the Near ecosystem. Currently the Bita CTO. Bita is making it very easy for building chain agents or agents that interact with crypto. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're trying to do. And today I'm going to be talking a bit about our Coinbase wallet integration and what that means for developers or anyone that's interested in building agents. I don't really have any slides prepared, but I have a couple of topics here. I'm just going to run through a couple of them, and maybe if you're interested, if you want to like stop me and ask questions, Cameron, feel free to. But essentially, yesterday we saw that Base announced the Coinbase wallet, the new Coinbase wallet, TBA, and it's pretty interesting. We've been playing around with it for about 2 weeks, and we definitely saw a massive opportunity for us to try to integrate our infrastructure to the wallet or whatever Base and Coinbase are planning to do. First, because the wallet is a super app. That means that both your payments, everything you do in crypto, and the social layer is integrated into one app with Farcaster and all that. So that was definitely very interesting for us. And the first thing we started thinking about was like, all right, how can we make our agents available in the wallet, and what's the experience that people will have when they want to talk to the agents? So I think there are like mainly two sort of approaches. One is you build a mini app. That means you can just build a very normal web app and integrate that into the Coinbase wallet, or you can make your agent available as a account, like a social account, whatever, that you can directly send a DM to and do things that way. That was the route we took. So we learned a bit about how to integrate agents. There's a couple of things you need to learn. So like XMTP versus, for example, on Telegram, you have webhooks. It's quite different. XMTP is this decentralized messaging protocol. We didn't have any experience, but we're still like trying to figure out a couple of things, but it's working now. And yeah, so agents can also have this social account, which means that they do not only serve as an assistant they can send a message to, but also can post on Farcaster, can interact with other parts of that social layer, which is pretty interesting. So I'm not sure if I can share my screen here, but I can definitely.
Yeah, you can. Yep.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, I see it. Share screen. Nice. All right, so what I'm going to show here is the developer tool. The experience on the Coinbase wallet is completely different, but when you, like sending a message to the agent should be as simple as creating a new direct message. In this case, I think I need to input the right address, but on the Coinbase wallet, you just need to do bita.base.eth, and this will translate to the correct address. And then you can send a message. I'm already set up here, so I can send a message. And you see, well, no message was sent, I guess. Let me refresh the page. I got to say, these guys, oh, it was sent. Let me try again. All right, so when I send a message in the wallet, this looks much better, but the agent reacts saying that, all right, I saw your message, I'm processing. Since this is like a DM sort of style, it's not like streaming the text as it generates. And yeah, so how can I assist you? Let's say, what's in my portfolio? Yeah, these guys need to improve their developer experience. I think the message went through, but we cannot really see it. In the meantime, I'm going to open Beta and show you the agent I'm talking to, which is the core agent.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little curious, like, who's running the indexer? Like, what exactly are they indexing? If it's across many chains, like, who's actually serving this data?
The portfolio. We're using Xerion for that. Xerion aggregates a bunch of different chains and everything, and we're just interfacing with their API.
Got it.
Okay. It's a little odd, I think, the experience here, but essentially
Well, it just launched, right?
Yeah. So we kind of built the proxy from XMTP, which is a protocol that the base wallet is using, to our agents. And what I was going to show is like the core agent. This one is literally the same agent we're using. And the interesting thing here is like the wallet you connect when you're talking to the core agent from the Bita website, the Coinbase wallet, or even XMTP developer tool shares the same memory. So like we're collecting these messages, we're adding that to the agent memory, so it will remember things you've asked, things you've done, your token preferences, stuff like that. So that gets shared across all of the experiences that talk to the same agent. So yeah, so that's it. Basically, what are our plans next? First, figure out how to improve the XMTP layer, which is right now we have a proxy. It's still, I think, private. Yeah, our repo is still private, but this repo will kind of be a boilerplate for anyone that wants to make their agent available on the Coinbase wallet as well. So with, I believe, very simple setup, yes, you just kind of need a couple of things: the Bita agent ID, your Bita API key, and the wallet, the private, the public key or the address for your agent. So you can just launch this thing and make it available immediately on the Coinbase wallet. I wish I was able to share my wallet, but I don't think I have a very simple way to do it here. But yes, that's kind of it.
Awesome, man. So just to be clear, all the agents that are currently available in Bita today can be made available in the Coinbase wallet?
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
We're going to be releasing documentation for this since we're still like improving a lot of the proxy for XMTP this week. And hopefully next week we have the documentation for that.
Incredible. We'd love for you to come back when that's ready. Just consistently, highlight exactly what you guys are building. You've been shipping for quite a while, a lot of amazing stuff. So thank you for everything. And thanks for hopping on. Is there anything else that you want to flag before we move on to Alex from Human Protocol?
Not from my side, no. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Thanks for joining. See you soon.
See you. Bye.
Alex Newman, are you ready? Turn on your camera. If so, I will ping you on Telegram. All right.
Let's see here.
Welcome.
Big problem
How you
I've
doing?
got the big problem I have currently is it wants to use a MacBook as opposed to my AirPod microphone. I hope you can hear me.
I hear you
at
perfectly.
all.
I hear you.
Okay, well, it's going through.
Can you hear me?
I hope that's okay. You're great. Good to chat, Cam. And is it kind of like Cam or Cam or what do I do?
Cam, either. I don't care. I respond to anything, and if you forget my name, you can call me Alex, and I might even respond. So it's it's a joke.
What I'm going to present this week, hopefully super quickly, is what we did this week in regards to Aurora. We did a couple of other big things, but I'm going to try to make this 1 minute. I've added these videos to the stream. I don't know if that's something that we can play just to avoid the live demo risk.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. See if that works.
It's like you've done this before, live demos are very real.
Yeah, I got the videos on my screen so I can screen share as well, but I don't know what I do here.
Hey, Alex, real quick. I see two videos. I see the dashboard staking, and then I see another one that is like a white screen. Which one do you want to be displayed?
Job creation. Let's start with dashboard staking.
Okay, cool.
All right. So this is a video that they put together this week where we moved our staking over to Aurora Testnet. We're actually still looking at you and I have talked about that we might do a virtual network. I don't think we've announced anything about that and the specific
Wait, Alex,
timelines there.
before we hop into
Might
all of
not do
this,
that.
do you mind just
Yeah.
before we hop into all this, can you
Totally.
just give a quick introduction of who you are, what Human Protocol is? Because I believe that most of the
That's probably good.
audience might not know. Yeah.
I know they don't live and breathe human protocol like me. How weird is that? So yeah, if you go to let's see here, dashboard.humanprotocol.org, you can see that we have done 24 billion tasks, almost 25 billion human labeling tasks for machine learning. I joke we've done more AI than I think anyone in crypto. And the big thing that we're working on now, if people want to check out CV as in computer vision, humanprotocol.org/SOC. We are currently creating the world's largest animal pose database. Actually, the world's largest pose database is actually now of mice, which is kind of funny. Before humans had the record, but now our pose database is about 4 or 5 times bigger. And soon with human workers, we're going to release one that's 20 times bigger pose database. And all of the workers who use our system use our decentralized proof of humanity system, which includes tracking which country they're in. And it also helps track their reputation. And they do tasks for us on different labeling tools and get paid in various currencies. In this case, we're mostly paying in our own governance token, which is HMT. And those workers can actually stake HMT to get better rewards or get into different types of pools that they otherwise wouldn't. Also, all the infrastructure also uses the same staking interface to basically register to say like, hey, I've got new work I want to make available, or I want to add capacity to your network. I don't know which example they produced, so I'm just going to press play to show. Why don't you ask questions about that, if that makes sense? That's a good high-level
Yeah, totally.
overview.
I mean, just to summarize,
Did I
it's a
lose
peer-to-peer
everyone?
data labeling
I see that
service.
Cameron
No, I
seems
hear you.
frozen. I wonder if anyone can actually even hear me. Let me
I can hear you.
turn
I
off
think it
my
might be your
video.
signal.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, so sorry. I'm going to pause my video for a second, see if that helps. It's probably the double video thing. But yeah, you can see what's going on here is this is actually someone registering actual oracles in as like Aurora oracles into our system. I think namely a job launcher for machine learning. And then we can actually just hop onto the next video. Let me see if I can fast forward a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And so if you go to the hop to the next one, this is that job launching server that actually gets registered. So now anyone will be able to detect on our dashboard this job launch server. It's running through Aurora, launch Aurora ML jobs. And I think here they launch one of the same ML. Oh, this is actually a moderation job. So a lot of what our workers do is, I would describe it as hot dog or not, but obviously it's a lot more sophisticated than that. What's cool is if you check out our current blog post, our expert workers are still cheaper than LLMs at content moderation, but our workers, like the people who use our system to label, are about 40 times cheaper than LLMs still for content moderation, which is kind of amazing. And the other interesting part about it is they're a lot more reliable. So we recently put out some study about like Google Vision versus Amazon versus the other content moderation. And we actually found that Google mistook a lot of our pictures of mice in cages as pornography. And so it was kind of a funny little story there. Anyway, so basically added Aurora to dashboard for staking, added Aurora for launching jobs on machine learning network, ran some test jobs, starting to look at doing a virtual network so that way we can bring this machine learning load over to Near. And so I'm going to stop there
Super.
and ask any questions.
Yeah, totally. This is super cool stuff. Curious about, data labeling is a huge industry. Scale was recently pseudo acquired by Meta for billions and billions of dollars. You've been at this for quite a while. What sort of inspired you to get into this to begin with?
Oh yeah, so I helped found the world's largest CAPTCHA company to do certain types of labeling that couldn't be done anyway, like to facilitate the creation of certain machine learning devices. And what's kind of weird about being on the inside of the industry is, we've been using LLMs even before OpenAI, like a lot of the capture people were. And we see the role of aligning humans and aligning models to humans via the internet to be kind of more important. I think a lot of people wonder, like, what are they going to be labeling? And it's like, well, they're going to be telling the computers like how to not fuck up the whole world. And so that was really always my vision, is like, how do we create a world where computers and machines can interact in a positive manner. And I think that's a big portion of what the human protocol is like, how do we use AI to help protect workers, right? Workers' rights. And how do we, by merging machines and computers, build new types of intelligence, new types of nations. And so yeah, that's what gets me out of bed. Hope that's a good one.
Yeah, super cool. There's all these different types of data that can be labeled. Have you been primarily focused on computer vision?
Oh yeah, that's a great point. So we are actually pushing, I would say, anything in biology is really where our focus, life science. And a big part of that is just our partnership with the SOC. Obviously, we do anything with computer security. So we've been working a little bit more on novel zero-day research using LLMs and people. And we also do a lot of stuff with audio, but most of our focus on audio is trying to understand the emotion behind language. We've gotten pretty good at basic translation, but even for languages like English, I don't think we've understand like the nature of emotion in language. And so we've been focused on that. I think partially just because I had a baby and I was just so amazed at how expressive the baby can be without knowing any words. And it made me realize that there's this whole aspect that I think would be good to have really cool labeled data sets for, especially across the world. And I'm really interested to understand, like, how is human audio emotion different than like Bangladeshi and stuff like that, or English
Yeah.
versus Bangladeshi. Wow. Sorry.
And there's tons of languages out there. So how would you even go about prioritizing that? That's
Yeah.
very
Well,
ambitious.
so we are so careful about where we pick our workers from. We have kind of gone the other way and said, like, well, there are all these countries that people have problems with, like the United States or China or Russia, like anyone has a problem with. We don't want those workers to start off with, which sucks because I would love to be a worker on my system. I can't. Um, and then we have done zero recruiting or marketing. In fact, what we have found is that whenever we need people, we have, like, they just pour in because there's much, so many people want to get paid a fair wage that they know they're going to get paid on time. That part, like, we can get it from just basically anywhere where $2 an hour or less is reasonable.
Yeah, I think data labeling is probably going to be one of the last human jobs that exists. Um, but
I
it obviously
agree.
is going to
I
be
mean,
dependent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people
Like
think how
dependent
much
on the
different
types of
they're
data that gets
labeling
labeled.
now. Yeah, think how different BPO is versus computer vision versus like the red teams at OpenAI. All these are data labeling, right? And like what's great is all those labelers are getting up leveled at each way. At human, I want to get beyond just like machine learning labeling. I'm really inspired. Have you heard of this company, Public AI?
Yeah. Yeah.
They seem really, I'm really inspired by a lot of the stuff that they're doing. Shout out to Public AI. And I think that there's a lot of cool tasks that are still valuable for intelligence, but aren't what people normally think are data labeling. And I think with crypto, we need to be thinking about stuff that like crypto people are interested in. And so that I think is the future.
Super cool. Well, awesome. Something that I would love to run eventually, and I will probably reach out to. I want to run like distributed benchmark creation competitions, and I'm
Have you seen
curious. I mean,
Cyber
obviously, like
Gym?
no, have not.
Okay, so Dawn
I'm checking it
Song
out right now.
is a friend and the most badass person ever, and she recently assembled a bunch of people. Some people, I don't know what I can say about participated, but they found over 1,000 novel exploits using LLMs,
Hmm.
and that is like a real game changer, I think. And I can tell you, talking to a lot of those teams, everyone was holding back their good stuff.
Yeah,
So it's
of course. Yeah, makes sense.
we're so I think DEF CON 2026 will be fully automated, which is going to be wild.
That's wild. Well, Alex, super cool to have you on the show. Would love to have you on as you know these things continue to grow. Is there anything that you want to flag before we move on?
No, thank you so much for inviting me. I'll bring more bandwidth next time. Thanks so much.
Yeah, of course. Yep. All right, guys, that is all we have today. It was a relatively shorter show. Next week, we do have a jam-packed agenda, so hope to see you then. I guess very high level, I did not prep this, but this week I've been really focused on a couple big partnerships. So I'll bring my book, and hopefully you'll hear more about them. Very interested in this like distributed benchmark competitions, working with a couple teams on that front, uh, working on distributed model training with a team who will also be on the show eventually. How do we actually train models inside of TEEs to verify content authentication and some other stuff? Focus on portable memory, potential compute cloud, a lot of data labeling, OAuth and login. My job is really weird, so I don't want to bore everyone with the long list of stuff, but we'll probably give a bigger lowdown next week. But besides that, thank you all for joining. Hope to see you next week. So, yep. Shout out to Near Week for facilitating as always.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Near Week.